Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Today is August 5th, 2026. Just wanted to do a little bit of reflection today. I've already said good morning to God and begin to reflect on what an awesome mother that I had. Today is her birthday. What an awesome mother that we had. She had 9 children. I am the 4th child of 9. The 4th child of 9. She was an amazing woman. And her name was Queen. She was a queen. And my grandmother named her Queen. She was a Queen Iris. And Queen Iris didn't take no stuff from her 9 children. She raised 5 boys. And I tell you, you could not pay those boys to talk back to her. Girls either. But they say it's harder raising boys. Sons. 5 sons. She loved her sons. And you couldn't pay them, even when they became men. You couldn't pay them to talk back to her. They were not going to talk back to her. First of all, she demanded it as a child, growing up. That's why the Bible says, to raise a child up, don't spare the rod and spoil the child. My mother did not do that. But as she became older, she became my best friend. My best friend. I lived off of her prayers as I traveled. During my younger years as a Peace Corps volunteer, I traveled. I went to this country and that country. Wasn't praying, wasn't thinking about praying, young and wild. And I lived on my mother's prayers and my grandmother's prayers. And I thank her today. And I remember I would call my mother when I got home every weekend. I would start out on Friday and on Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every single day. And then as she got older, I would call her every day. Every day. So I just ran in for a few minutes to say, if your mother is still in the land of the living, pick up the phone and call her. Do what the Bible says. That's a divine promise that your days will be longer on the earth if you honor your parents. My father as well. But we're talking about my mother today because today is her birthday. She lived to be 95. God blessed her with a long life. 95. And then she went on home to be with the Lord. But she took us to church. She didn't send us, she took us. She took us to church. We grew up in the church. I grew up singing in the choir. I grew up doing this and, just teaching us how to love God and depend on God, because she knew that as we got older, when we became adults, we would need that foundation. And I'm going to leave you with a funny story. She had 9, and I used to tease her all the time. We would laugh. I would call her. We would laugh. We'd talk for sometimes 4 hours, just about nothing, laughing. I used to laugh so with my mother. And I remember saying, I said, Mama, you had 9 and you found me on the doorsteps, didn't you? You found me on the front door. You woke up one morning and there I was on the front door. And our comeback was, if I had found you on the front steps, I would have left you out there because I already had too many. And we would laugh and laugh and laugh. And then she would say, no, I would have brought you in. So that's I think about that, how we would laugh about certain things. I could tell my mother anything. I could tell her anything. We would talk about everything. And my sisters, they were not able to do that. But I could just tell her anything and everything. I could talk about my boyfriend with her. We would talk, and she would love to hear it. She'd get her something to drink and she'd kick back and just listen to my tales and my woes and my travels, and we just have a good time. So I just wanted to run in to say, I hope you've had your good morning with God. You've had your time with God. And you reflected on good things, even the bad things, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. And then you have had a good time with the Lord, as I did this morning in reflecting on my mother and how good she was to us, even her grandkids. You gave her a grandchild, she would raise it. Gave her a child, she would raise it. So there will be other memories of my mother. But I wanted to say, just enjoy your day. Call your parents. Call your parents. If they're still in the land of the living, pick up the phone and call them. Doesn't take much. Doesn't take much. Just say hello, good morning. God has said good morning to you this morning. Whether we believe it or not. When he gave us new mercy, he opened the door and he rolled out new mercy. It just rolled out of heaven for us. So he said good morning. He said, I love you. By giving us new mercy and his grace. By loving us. So do the same thing with your mother, your parents, with your siblings, or just friends, or just people in general. All right? Take care. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on God. And remember, always remember, good things happens when we pray. God bless you.